everybody, my name is Rachel Efron. I am a singer-songwriter and now also a songwriting coach. So for my very first video that I'm making about the songwriting coaching, I'm going to introduce myself to you the way I introduced what I do to someone I met at a party last week. Felt appropriate. Introduction of sorts. So I was trying to explain to a woman what it is I do. The singer-songwriter part of it made a lot of sense to her, but the songwriting coaching felt more confusing. So she was asking me, what is that? What is that even? What is that to coach songwriting? And she was asking good questions, and she asked me, so what do your students most need your help with? So I went through this list very rapidly, everything in my mind of what I do to help people, and I was thinking, is it chord changes? Is that what I help people with the most? We certainly do a lot of chord changes around here. Or is it lyrics? Is it figuring out how to match words to melodies or rhyme schemes? Is it writing melodies? We talk so much about writing melodies. All of these things are viable answers to that question. And then I thought, no, actually, the thing I most help people with is figuring out what their songs are about. And she laughed. I think she was happy. I think she was happy that it was an answer that she could connect with. She wasn't a musician. So I don't think she wanted to hear about melodies and chord changes in this moment at this party. But what your song's about, that's kind of a bizarre thing. And she's like, did they not know? and it's true. I think so often as songwriters, we don't quite know. We don't quite know. And we set off and we write songs. We write 75% of songs, or we sometimes write entire songs without really having figured out what our song is about. So I said, no, they don't often know. And the thing that I seem to be able to help with the very most is sort of helping people find their songs. And once they know what their song's about, once they're really behind the reins of that, all those other things can flow with more ease. The melodies and the chords and the putting the words and the melody together, all of that. Maybe not with more ease, maybe it's still just a path fraught with peril, but that courage of knowing what you're writing about, that's the energy that fuels you past all those difficulties. What happens very often in a coaching session is a songwriter will come in with a song and play it for me. There's a couple options. Sometimes the song is about 3 different things. And so the project is actually choosing one, choosing the thing, the main thing, the thing. More often than that, though, it's that the song is almost about the thing. It's like it's masquerading. It's masquerading as the thing. Sometimes the song is not about anything, or it's not close to being about anything. And that's okay too. So in those second 2 options, either the song is like getting close to being about the thing, or it's not about anything. What I do is actually I step way back from the song with these people, and we just talk a little bit about what they think their song's about, and I get them talking until they forget they're even talking about a song to me, and they're really just talking about what they care about, what's on their mind. I think they forget why they're there. I think possibly they think it's therapy. They're just talking. They're just rapping like they're at the therapy office maybe. And I feel like what I am doing in that moment is taking a metal detector and beachcombing. And then there's this moment where it's like I hear this beeping and it's like beep beep beep. It's like the song is nearby and we home in on it. It's like beep 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 beep, and then we finally get to it and I'm just like, that's your song. And they always look startled. They're like, oh, we were still doing songwriting. And then they're like, yeah, and then that's it. And then we kind of drop into that and then we go from there. So what I've tried to figure out in the past few months is, what am I doing in that moment? What am I actually doing when my metal detector goes off, so that I can empower people to do it for themselves, so that they don't have to come to me and have me tell them what their songs are. The thing that I'm doing, I've come to realize, is I'm listening for what really matters to that person in that moment. I am listening for a sense of urgency. It's like that thing, it's oftentimes a very small thing that has happened to them that they feel a need to tell somebody about. It's that event in your day that happens that it startles you out of just being your embodied self walking around experiencing your life. It startles you out of that, and it puts you more into your meaning-making part of your mind. You're so moved by the thing that you instantly are telling a story about it in your own mind. And it's a thing that you'll often tell a story about later. It's the thing that if you're on the phone with your friend later, it's the thing that you can't help but mention to her. This thing happened to me. I couldn't believe what I saw. It could be the way someone looked at you. I'm not sure why you looked at me that way. Or an anxiety you felt. Or something just beautiful, like the way the light slanted and hit the leaves, and you tell your friend you're so happy it's spring. But whatever it is, that it's like, it's a little thing that's so potent and powerful to you that it comes along with this need to utter about it. It's sort of like this implied utterance. So what I want to do when I'm working with somebody who wants to write a song, what we want to do as songwriters is we kind of want to harness the power of that need to utter. And, maybe you call your friend, but also, or maybe you don't call your friend, maybe you harness all the power of the need to utter. You write the song from that. It often feels very indulgent to people. It feels like, well, I can't write a song about that. It's not important enough. We tend to think that our true content isn't important enough. Or we think, oh, it's too corny, or it's too cliche, it's not smart enough, it's not blank enough. And I've come to understand that if we start getting that inner voice saying it's too blank, probably we're on the right track. It's very oftentimes it's those bits that we don't allow ourselves that for some reason those are the juicy bits. Those are our bits. Those are the parts that are longing for expression. So indulgence. That's what I have to offer you guys today. Find those things that really feel like there's a bit of an urgency for you to express, and then give yourself permission and go ahead and express them. That's your content. It might seem small, it might seem trivial, but if it's really the thing that is interesting you in the moment, even if it's how someone looked at you wrong, even if it feels petty, if it's the thing that is interesting to you in the moment, then it's actually the thing that's going to resonate in a bigger way and allow for other people to connect and allow for it to mean both small and big things to them. So good news. Indulge yourselves. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you again. Bye.